What we're going to do now is look at some prompts that we can use within a more academic setting. Again, Google Notebook is basically what you put in is what you get out type of situation. So having more advanced prompts is and can be really, really helpful. So what I've done here, I've compiled a list of more academic focused prompts that may be quite helpful. I'll provide this, of course. What we'll do is just explore a few of them and see what we get out. So one of the prompts that really stands out to me is helpful is this citation prompt here, for example. So you put that in there, and there you go. You got all the sources and stuff. Now, obviously, with free, that's really good, but imagine a source like this. And let's just refresh that a second, put that in there. So you've got loads of sources. This APA. I like that it sort of comes back to you. There we go. So that's quite helpful. But another one could be something like this. What are the gaps? So you can find out if there needs to be some further research. This could be helpful if you're researching a topic, for example. There you go. Gives you lots of stuff. And again, I'm using this source just as something that's a little bit different. So we can look here again of what it would come up with that. Again, so we've got things like here, other ways that we can deep dive and go deeper into these sort of research and development within research. Now, one of the other cool things that we can really do with this is we can also put these questions into a podcast. So here's an interesting one. Identify the ethical concerns in the research methodologies used across the sources, suggest improvements. So we could put that into this, for example, something that's a bit more of a contentious issue about online privacy and stuff. So let's see what it comes up with if we just generate a text-based. So now let's see if we can put that into a podcast. Obviously, I'm not going to play the whole podcast, but I'd be interested to see what it sort of comes up with. So it's come up with this
guides on data removal, you name it. Wow.
it's come up with this podcast now. It's not answered this question directly, I don't think. But I think, having listened to it very quickly, I think it refers to it briefly. It's the guiding question that it looks at answering, but it does go off track a few times. So I think that's worth bearing in mind when you do these podcasts, that it will go off track a little bit. So it's more of a brief overview as opposed to this is a lot more close to what you're actually asking, the original query and the original prompt. So there you go. Do make sure that you access these prompts and find them quite helpful, and be interested to see how you use them.